headache in the, like, I had a customer who complained about, like, they were like, yeah, I saw the toilet paper cost 10 kroners, and it was actually by the price of 20. I was like, yeah, I saw, and I was like, yeah, I heard that before. I have actually pictures. Do you want to see them? Of the actual price tag. No, they didn't, because I was totally faking it. I was like, see, this is my sexy phone with the sexy Spider-Man cover. This is like, I was doing this like, see, this is my sexy iPhone 4. Like,
and it's hella sexy. Incredibly sexy.
Like, look at this, this is my lock screen. Now I'm gonna unlock it and show you the pics. And they were like, sure, I could have taken pics like 5 hours ago, and I was like, okay, does the whole line mind if I take this dude down to the price tag and show him the price tag? And everybody was like, no, because he's already wasting my time.
Yeah, I really hate customers like that because my friend she's worked before in restaurants, and she had to deal with incredibly difficult customers like the ones you told me about.
Yeah, sometimes you like, some people you have to go absolutely Rick Sanchez on.
Oh yeah.
Others is like, yeah, you can just say, sure, whatever floats your boat. But yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's very difficult when you have to deal with rude customers, when you really don't like them, but you have to be nice to them. So, because, you know, it's being professional and whatnot.
Oh my god, I had somebody where I had to be professional. And I was like, sweetheart, this is me being professional, but afterwards, since there's no line, let me show you what the price tag shows. Just because I'm so much more than your average fucking cunt / slave that you usually beat every day. And it was like, then I showed them the sign and they were like, sorry, I will actually take this product back and pay full price. And my boss was like, what did you do to them? And I was just like, I was just showing them that sometimes I have to eat the shit, but then they also know what they did wrong and how it affects me. Because I have told some customers, like, you know, because I actually know the price tag, because you're doing this, and I'm not allowed to leave the cash register due to there's a line, so I have to, like, take care of them, and you don't have the time to wait for me being done with that. Then, according to law, you would be right, even though, like, me and the scanner and the price tag down there are right. But I cannot show you, I don't have the time. But just notice that you just cheated all of Denmark. One of my customers was like, all of Denmark? And I was like, don't you know how, like, the economical circulation works, like, in society? You grant me money by buying my shit. I grant you money if you work for me in payment. Otherwise the state is gonna grant you money either if you work for the fucking state, or you fucking are, like, take a student loan or anything like that, like, or social security, kind of that kind of stuff, like you get something from the state, like a little payment of money. And I was like, by cheating me means maybe you don't know how I get paid, but it could mean that I get paid less, which means I can pay less taxes, and I don't know your story, like if you get paid by the state or you have your work, but it means there's less money in society due to what you just did. And it's like, one of the customers was like, but I still have the same amount of money, and I was like, yeah, but that's not gonna change the rest of society. You just screwed everybody over. But yeah, if a customer is right about the price, then sure, I correct my mistake. Because sometimes the signs are outdated due to laziness, not on my part though. But yeah, otherwise it's like I tell them about cause and effect. Because sometimes people comes with the bullshit like, yeah, I work behind the cash register, I know how it works. But then they still treat you like shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's like, if you know how it feels, why the fuck do you continue this trend? Like, is it because you finally can get your dick up in the evening or something? And like, sometimes I have said that, like, if you work in the cash register, how come you still treat me like shit? Like, is that the only thing that could get you hot and bothered at night? Because it's super annoying to hear people be like, yeah, I've been there, I've done that, and it's like, then why do you treat people like shit when they're in your situation right now?
Yeah, I don't get why people treat you like shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
And that's why sometimes I can relate to that grim post you put up with me after 5 minutes. I hate humanity, curse them all.
Yeah, fuck humanity. Just be like Rick and say, fuck it, life doesn't matter.
Well, so sometimes I go really, really Rick.
Yeah, totally.
It's super funny, like, when I go super, super Rick, some people like, how can you say that? That's mean. Oh, you hurt my feelings. I'm wet.
And I'm like, and we're like, we don't give a shit. And we be drinking beer just like Rick. I'm like, we don't give a shit. We don't give a fucking... Yeah, so, Foxy, I've had fun with this talk, and we should do this more often since the PlayStation Network has that NAT thing. I'll be busy Sunday, obviously, for the con, but any other day, you're more than welcome to Skype me.
By the way, we haven't talked about Rick and Morty at all, except for...
Yeah, the next time we talk, we should talk about Rick and Morty, man. Oh yeah, the last episode, man, that was so fun.
Oh my god. I don't know if you have time, but we totally need to talk about Rick and Morty, like, the final episode, because I was like, with Ben...
I just love how Rick and the president, they were friends, then enemies, and then friends again. I'm like, what the hell? I really bet so many relationships are still like that. We're friends. We're not friends anymore. We're friends again. I'm like, what?
Oh my god. I have some people who are like, you said that about me. Like, you called me out for being an idiot. I hate you. Now you just said something where it reminds me of another idiot. I love you. And I'm just like, well, you burned the bridge, bitch, so bye-bye.
Yeah, your fucking fault, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
yeah, I had to cut off friends because they were complete shit. And, you know, some of them are just begging me to be friends with them. I'm like, nope, you fucked up. I mean, if I give people a chance, it's because they deserve it.
I usually do the thing like, I say you reaped what you sowed, like it like, and some people like, yeah, you super happy-go-merry, and I'm like, yeah, just imagine just imagine what kind of bed of roses I have to dance on every fucking day. And people like, that's a euphemism for everything's going so well, and I'm like, yeah, roses are thorns, sweet cheeks.
Yeah, do you watch the episode with, the one with Rick and Beth, and the ending has a possible hint that she's a clone, and it still gets me. Is she a clone? Is she not? I feel like the creators did that just to fuck with us.
They actually did. And I feel like that episode, for me, was like, sure, I liked Beth as a character, but it was like, yeah, I can relate to her more because I know that feeling from myself. Like, people are talking about, like, she's a clone because she was happy-go-merry by the end of that episode because she found herself. The next episode, she's not. So it must obviously be the clone. And I was like, have you ever had an existential crisis where you ask yourself, if I'm not allowed to be me, or what if I'm not me, then who am I? Because this is what I identify me as, and this is not me now, then who am I? And that's the typical Rick and Morty, like the existential questions with if you had multiple universes, like infinite universes,
yeah,
then
Ricks,
why should
Morty,
you matter?
Max.
Because one of you could just succeed, like in the whole damn world. Like they could do anything you could, or even better. Like, why do you matter? And it's what you ask yourself if you reach the point where you have an existential crisis with if you like work and the work is so square that you're not allowed to be your bubbly self, or in Beth's case, like you have the opportunity to be a clone, but what if you're the clone? Are you still Beth, or are you? Who are you? Like, I think it's Beth.
And I'm curious how season 4 will play out, and I really want Bird Person or Phoenix Person, Tammy, and Morty, Evil Morty, come back as main antagonists.
I felt like season 4, if that is gonna be the final or the finale or anything, like the most awesome thing, like I didn't account the president for anything. Like for me, he was just a puppet. For me now, it feels like the president could find out that Rick, like Fish had Rick, it's just Rick, and then he would be frustrated, and Tammy and Evil Morty would already have talked about like joining alliances.
Okay.
And then the president would maybe collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything,
yeah, so
everything Rick have shit on. Fuck, even like that, even the cosmic chick from the Vindicators, could be like, fuck you, Rick.
Yeah, so I do have to go now, so you take care. Okay, Foxy?
You too, and take care of you, baby girl.
Yeah, and message me whenever you're free to Skype, because I'll be busy on October 8th.
What happens on the... Oh yeah, you're going to con.
Yeah, the con, and I'll show you the pictures. You take care, Foxy.
By the way, I don't know if you've seen him, but for Trafalgar lore, I think I sent you a pic.
Dude, that is awesome. Well, you take care, Foxy.
See ya.
And I'll add the group.
Take care, dude.